gentleman, Cary Grant said is certainly true. In this business, we may belong to different camps, but we're all part of the same legion. And it is indeed a privilege to announce in the category of visual effects, the nominees are Dennis Murin, Phil Tippett, Ken Ralston, and Brian Johnson for Dragon Slayer. Richard Edlund, Kit West, Bruce Nicholson, and Joe Johnston for Raiders of the Lost Ark. Have the envelope, please. Thank you. My partner, he would have loved presenting this award with me. He was somewhat of a visual effect himself. And the winners are Richard Edlund, Kit West, Bruce Nicholson, and Joe Johnston for Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Like a Boy Scout, I'm prepared this evening. I wrote it down. This year, our studio, Industrial Light and Magic, received both nominations for visual effects. In accepting this great award, I must pay tribute to our most talented crew who deserve it as much as we do. To George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, our director, Frank Marshall, the producer, and Howard Zanjan, executive producer, thank you for the opportunity to work on so exciting a picture. And to my fellow Academy members, our gratitude for the wonderful trophy of all, the Oscar. Thank you. Thank you.
And now, the winner, Ben-Hur Sam Zimbalist.
That, of course, was Gary Cooper revealing the Best Picture at the 32nd Academy Awards. Now it's time to answer two burning questions that have kept this film community in suspense for weeks. How will the Academy explain its voting procedure? And who gives a damn? The Academy rules clearly state that the Academy rules must be explained. That answers the second reason. To answer the first, here are some clever souls who have managed in former years to rise above the material.
Let me explain how Academy winners are selected.
The voting procedures work like this.
According to the regulations of the Federal Communications Commission.
Oh, heavens.
In February, Academy members voted by secret ballot for 5 nominees in each category.
All eligible Academy members are asked to vote for nominations for the Best Picture of the Year.
The other nominations were made by members of the Academy branches, specialists in their fields.
For example, only cinematographers may nominate cinematographers.
Costume designers nominate costume designers.
Directors nominate directors.
Actors vote for actors, and film editors vote for film editors, and
writers,
and so on.
Finally, Academy members voted for all the awards of merit.
all of them.
However,
Academy officials do not conduct the balloting. The votes are mailed by the voters to Price Waterhouse and Company, certified public accountants.
Foreign language documentary and short films are the sole exceptions. Only active members who attend special screenings may vote for them.
You got all that?
Results are known only to Price Waterhouse and Company until the sealed envelopes are opened here tonight.
As the world and some others watch.
Then, behold, the names will be revealed.
opening those envelopes is the business at hand.
Try to remember that sometime.
That is not a bad supporting cast. The custodians of the sealed envelopes are these reasonably dependable representatives of Price Waterhouse and Company, and I must say that Price Waterhouse and Company really know how to keep a secret. They also handled the distribution of Atlantic City. Would you welcome Frank Johnson and Steve Kaplan? That's it for the year. Hardly worth the rental. Now here's the young man who will present the first Oscar. He won it for Best Supporting Actor in Ordinary People last year. And I don't know why it is that some of us are prematurely gray and others are prematurely talented. Ladies and gentlemen, Timothy Hutton.
I'm honored to present the 5 women whose compelling work has brought them a nomination for Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role. They are Linda Dillon, Absence of Malice; Jane Fonda, On Golden Pond; Joan Hackett, Only When I Laugh; Elizabeth McGovern, Ragtime; Maureen Stapleton, Reds. And the winner is Maureen Stapleton, Reds.
I'm thrilled, happy, delighted, sober. I am very happy to win. I was happy to be with my co-nominees. The pleasure of their company was lovely. And it is an evening for thanking. I'm sorry. I'll try to make it brief. Warren, thank you. Diane, the cast, the always great crew of every show you're on. I want to thank Troy, New York, and my children, my family, my friends, and everybody I ever met in my entire life. And my inspiration, Joel McRae.
There was such a stunning list of impressive performances by actors in supporting roles last year that the Actors Branch was very hard-pressed to select only 5 nominees.
The finalists include one who already has an Oscar for a leading role, another whose whole brilliant career has earned him knighthood, 2 honored veterans of stage and screen, and a young man whose first film has exploded him into stardom.
What all 5 share is a dogged desire for perfection, a riptide of integrity, and the uniquely individual insight that elevates a craftsman to an artist.
The nominees are James Coco for Only When I Laugh,
Sir John Gielgud for Arthur,
Ian Holm for Chariots of Fire,
Jack Nicholson for Reds,
and Howard E. Rollins Jr. for Ragtime. And the winner is Sir John Gielgud in Arthur.
and accepts in his behalf. Thank you.
I'm honored to be here to celebrate with you all the 5 extraordinary women representing the wonderful work accomplished in this category over the past year. The category is, of course, Best Actress in a Leading Role. And the nominees are Katherine Hepburn for On Golden Pond, Diane Keaton for Reds, Marcia Mason for Only When I Laugh, Susan Sarandon for Atlantic City, Meryl Streep for The French Lieutenant Woman. And the Oscar this year for Best Actress, the winner is Katherine Hepburn on Golden Pond. Katherine is appearing on Broadway, and she must be taking her curtain call right now, and is hopefully in her dressing room. I'm reading this off cards. I'll dispense with the cards and just say that I don't think that there's anyone here or watching who doesn't appreciate the amount of love and gratitude represented by this Oscar selection tonight. And we all send our love to Katherine.
When I was growing up in Texas, Academy Award night was the biggest night of the year. My whole family would line up in front of the television with a big bowl of popcorn. Our eyes were as wide as saucers watching all those wonderful movie stars. Well, it's still that way for me, and it's an honor for me to be here tonight. The 5 nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role are Warren Beatty, Henry Fonda, Burt Lancaster, Dudley Moore, and Paul Newman. This is going to be a tough one. And the winner is Henry Fonda.
Accepting the award for Mr. Henry Fonda Golden Pond is his daughter, Jane Fonda.
Oh, Dad, I'm so happy and proud for you. My father didn't really believe that this was going to happen. But he told me a while back that if it did, he wanted his wife Shirley to accept the award for him. But Shirley wanted to be with him tonight, as is her way, and so I'm here. And first and foremost, I want to thank, on behalf of my father, the members of the Academy who voted to give him this award. I know that he's watching right now, and I know that he's very, very honored and very happy and surprised. And I'll bet when he heard it just now, I bet he said, "Hey, ain't I lucky?" as though luck had anything to do with it. I know also that he has tremendous respect for the other actors that were nominated and has always felt a little strange about these things, these competitions, because it's like comparing apples and oranges, and he feels very proud to have been among such a wonderful group. And I know that he feels that he would never have won this if it hadn't been for Katherine Hepburn. And if On Golden Pond is one of the highlights of his life, one of the main reasons is because of her, having a chance to work with her and to become her friend. And I know that one of the other reasons that he feels the film was so special is because of the quality of the crew, every one of them, many of whose talents have been recognized tonight in the nominations. And the wonderful cast, Dougie McKeon, Dabney Coleman, Bill Lanto, me. He's a proud father. The man who pulled us all together, our producer, Bruce Gilbert. My father is so happy, he feels so fortunate to have been able to play the role of Norman Thayer, a character that he loves a lot and understands very well. And for this, he'd like to thank the sensitive man who wrote the words, who's already been honored tonight, Ernest Thompson, and for the tremendous talent and guidance of our director, Mark Rydell. He's very, very grateful. We all became like a family during the filming, and we sort of stayed together since. People call him up and stay in touch and come to visit him, and so it's like we've stayed a family, and it's made my father very, very happy. And he wants to thank Marble Arch and Universal for their support of the movie On Golden Pond. He also feels very lucky to have been able to spend a summer in such a beautiful part of our country, northern New Hampshire. And he wants to thank all the people there who were so friendly and welcoming to us. And he was very happy, and so was I, and are we, to have had our two families together, the Haydens and the Fondas, on the beautiful shores of that lake, so that we could get to know each other even more. He wishes my brother Peter were here tonight, but Peter is somewhere in the jungles of the Philippines in front of a camera right now, like a good Fonda. And I know that lastly, but really first, he is thanking Shirley Fonda, who has been his loving support for 17 years, who he calls his Rock of Gibraltar. I think she's his Ethel Thayer. Dad, me, and all the grandchildren are coming over with it right away. Thank you.
The next award goes not to an actress, but to a director. The gentlemen who will present it are no stranger to Oscar either. Between them, they've won 3 as actors. Mr. Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau.
Just don't screw it up. There you go. Now, there are all kinds of directors. There are spectator directors, dictator directors, directors that are kind and tolerant. They're understanding. There are also directors that are mean and petty and contemptible.
Some directors are short, and some are tall. Some are old and some are young. There are American directors, French, Czechoslovakian, and English directors, etc. There are directors who know everything about human behavior and nothing about the camera. There are directors who know camera angles, camera lenses, camera sprockets, and depth of focus, but who are totally ignorant of the human condition.
We have all of these directors with us tonight. Also, we have directors who work well with the camera and with the actors, and one of them is going to win the Academy Award. The nominees for Best Achievement in Directing are Louis Malle for Atlantic City,
Hugh Hudson for Chariots of Fire,
Mark Rydell for On Golden Pond,
Steven Spielberg for Raiders of the Lost Ark,
and Warren Beatty for Red. The winner is Warren Beatty for Red.
Thank you. Mr. Keaton, I know that public expressions like this can be embarrassing sometimes, and that my chances of speaking with you privately later are at the moment excellent. I do want to tell you that you make every director that you work with look good, and I think that what they're trying to tell me here tonight, thank God, is that I'm no exception. Mr. Nicholson, I know that you're enjoying my being up here almost as much as I am in being here. I know I do one thing well: I get good people. Elaine May, Peter Feebleman, Jeremy Pixar, Robert Towne, Simon Ralph, Zelda Barron, Richie Cirinzioni, Steve Sondheim, Dave Grusin, David McLeod, so many, many more, among whom are the people that you've nominated here tonight, and happily saved me from having to remember to name 14 more names. I do want to name Mr. Barry Diller, who runs Paramount, Mr. Dick Zimbert, who's been very kind to me, Mr. Frank Mancuso, and Mr. Charles Bludorn, who runs Gulf and Western and God knows what else. And I want to say to you, gentlemen, that no matter how much we might have liked to have strangled each other from time to time, I think that your decision, taken in the great capitalistic tower of Gulf and Western, to finance a 3.5-hour romance which attempts to reveal for the first time just something of the beginnings of American socialism and American communism, reflects credit not only upon you, I think it reflects credit upon Hollywood and the movie business, wherever that is, and I think that it reflects more particular credit on the freedom of expression that we have in our American society and the lack of censorship that we have from the government or the people who put up the money. Thanks.
Now to present the award for the best film of the year, we welcome a star whose glow has dazzled us since she entered films before she entered her teens. Winner for the Oscar for her starring role in The Farmer's Daughter, and our abiding admiration for hundreds of other performances in romance and comedy, adventure and drama, here is Miss Loretta Young.
Reality is the main quality that most creative filmmakers seek to achieve in their work. They believe it's a vital ingredient to the success of a motion picture. Fortunately, reality, contrary to some beliefs, is not restricted to sordid or shocking themes, nor gritty gutter language, nor gratuitous violence, etc. Reality is also healthy, wholesome love and romance. It's courage, adventure, inspiration, and heroism. This year, some tasteful filmmakers have rediscovered that fact, and I am delighted for one, and we are all of us enriched because of it. These, then, are the 5 nominations for the Best Motion Picture of 1981. Atlantic City. It's an international cinema, corporation productions, and it's Paramount. Dennis Herrick and John Kemeny production. They're producers. The next is Chariots of Fire, Enigma Production Limited, the Ladd Company, Warner Brothers, David Putnam, producer. On Golden Pond and IPC Films production, Universal, and Bruce Gilbert, producer. The next is Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's a Lucasfilm production of Paramount. Frank Marshall, producer. And the last, the 5th nominee, Reds, a JRS Productions Paramount. Warren Beatty, producer. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Chariots of Fire.
Just for 30 seconds, I wish I was Bette Midler. The most extraordinary, generous people on God's earth. Not just the Academy, to whom I have to be thankful for this, but as a country, to have taken what is absolutely a Cinderella picture and awarded it this, and come to see it in droves, is absolutely extraordinary. I've got, I need your indulgence. This is a Best Film Award, and 3.5 years ago I started out with Colin Welland and the director Hugh Hudson. Could he please stand with me? We've been together 3.5 years. I'd hate not to be with him now. To thank, I don't know where to start. It starts with my good friend Sandy Leverson, who made it possible in the first place. Everybody at 20th Century Fox, Mohammed and Dodi Fayed, who came through for us and put their money where my mouth was. And since coming here, Warner Brothers and the Ladd Company for falling in love with the film. And literally, it's thanks to them we're here tonight. Thank you very, very much.